Hey, do you have trouble overcoming self-doubt, fear, and negativity? Well, in this video, we're going to help you overcome those obstacles through the law of attraction. Some of you guys might have heard of the law of attraction before. Today, we're going to do a little deep dive into it so you can better understand this law and work with it to overcome self-doubt, fear, and negativity. This is part of the 12 universal laws. We've been covering the universal laws within this YouTube channel. We've already covered the law of divine oneness, the law of vibration, the law of correspondence, and now we're on the law of attraction. So the last video we did was actually the law of correspondence. We were covering as above, so below, as within, so without. And I think it's a beautiful law. If you start to understand these laws, you're going to see how they all kind of correlate and correspond with one another. And they're all like very similar in a sense, but the way that they operate, it is very powerful within this world. So I do want to share a little bit of the last video I made, as above, so below, the law of correspondence. It's performing really well. I really do appreciate you guys that checked out the video. It's amazing. I had some wonderful comments on there. You guys posted some really positive stuff out there, and it was really awesome to see. I do want to highlight this one comment. Shout out to inactive user. Inactive user 36 was sharing their personal story with the law of correspondence, as within, so without. How what you feel on the inside is what you get on the outside. The universe is a mirror. The reality outside of you is a mirror of what you feel on the inside. The law of correspondence. And inactive user 36 shared their personal experience, and I thought it was beautiful. So shout out to them. Let's check out their story, and it might help you understand the law of correspondence a little bit. It might inspire you to work with this law in a positive way. So they said they started making music when they were 13 years old. They were talking about the cliche lust, money, drugs, and for 4 years, the whole time they were attracting what they were talking about. They seen some crazy, shitty things, but it put them in a better position. I think that's very powerful. They started to understand and see what they were talking about, their thoughts that they were having, and how it was shaping the reality around them. And now they are aware of this law, they are aware of this concept, and they can move and operate through life differently. So if you haven't seen it already, go check out the law of correspondence, the video I made, as above, so below. It's very powerful. Now we're going to be talking about the law of attraction. So what is the law of attraction? It's essentially like attracts like. You are attracting everything to you. And this essentially works with the law of correspondence and the law of vibration. And you'll see in just a moment. But there is 3 subsets when it comes to the law of attraction. We have like attracts like, nature arbors vacuum, and the present is perfect. So with like attracts like, you can take a look at take a look at your closest friends. Chances are you are very similar to who your friends are. You guys essentially like the same things, and you guys are like the same person, and you guys attracted each other, and that's why you guys hang out with each other. Like attracts like. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And as we talked about it, your thoughts hold a certain vibration, and chances are, if you think good things, if you think good thoughts, you'll bring positivity around you, because like attracts like. You're thinking positive thoughts, so positivity will come to you. And same with the negative. If you think negative thoughts, more negativity will come to you. So ponder on that for a little bit. We're going to be talking about the second subset, nature arbors vacuum, and I think this one's very important. So with nature arbors vacuum, it's essentially, the way I like to explain it is, you have a container, okay? And this container is filled with everything about your life, everything with your reality, your relationships, career, money, your thoughts, everything that you do is within this container, and this container is filled. Now, it's filled with either positivity or negativity that's in this container. And if you want a more positive life, we talked about how you have to have more positivity in your life. You have to have more positivity in that container. And so it's our job to take out the things that are negative within that container and put more positivity in that container. Because when you take stuff out of this container, it's essentially saying that, like, something's going to fill up that space eventually. It can be positive or negative. But the beauty of it all is we are the author of our lives. We are co-creators of the universe. And so we have the power to see if we want to put anything that's positive in this container or anything that's negative in this container. Once you are aware of that, you can start filling your container with more positivity. And when you fill your container with more positivity will naturally just manifest into your life. And it's the same with negativity. And so I think it's very important to kind of understand this container. So like if you see your reality around you right now and it's not how you would like your reality to be in the first place, start to look inside. It's very powerful to look inside. Start to look inside and see what's in your container that is not affecting you, what's not essentially serving you correctly. And so remove whatever's in that container and put something positive in it. And let's just like talk about a story real quick. Let's say you have a job you don't like. And with this job that you don't like, it's no longer serving you. This job is taking, let's say, 8 hours of your day or 9 hours of your day, whatever workload you're taking. But that's already a lot of like time and space within your container. And if you want another job, you need to start to clear out stuff within your container to replace that job with another job. So you have to take out that previous job to have more space for a new job to come in. Or you can even like take out other negative aspects and then start to fill that space in with more positivity and get another job in, and then slowly take out and transform the other job out. So it's up to us to take out what's not serving us and putting something else in that serves us if we want to have a better life. Essentially, like with relationships too. If your relationship's not going well, if you want a relationship that's better serving you, you're going to have to get rid of something to make space for new to come in. I don't know if you guys heard that, but we just had some confirmation. And the last subset within the law of attraction is the present is perfect. And this states that the present moment is perfect. What essentially happens is we can picture this. Two people, okay? Me and you, we're sitting next to each other. One of us could be having a wonderful day while the other one's having a shitty day. Let's just say you're having a wonderful day and I'm having a shitty day. And the present is perfect. So the present is the same constant. The present moment hasn't changed. I mean, it is constantly changing, but like it's perfect. The present moment didn't affect my reality of having a shitty reality, and the present moment didn't affect your reality of your having a positive reality. It's what's happening within our minds. Something that's going on within my head is projecting a negative experience for me, while something in your head is projecting a positive experience for you. And we can both be in the same spot, same room, same place, and having two different completely experiences, while that present moment was the same. So the present moment's the same. The present's always perfect. The thing that needs to change is our mind, the variables in our mind, our perspective. That's the thing that needs to shift. And so these are the three subsets of the law of attraction. Once again, like attracts like. Think positive thoughts, more positivity will come to you. Think negative thoughts, more negativity will come to you. Nature arbors vacuum. Space will always be filled. So within your container, it's your job to add more positivity and take out the negativity. And the present is perfect. The present's perfect. It's a constant. It keeps going. The thing that needs to change is our mindset, because we can have two different experiences at a given time. So we're going to talk about how it works, essentially, the law of attraction. You can picture yourself as a magnet, okay? And if you're magnets have two properties. They can attract and they can repel. So when you are attracting as a magnet, you are like attracts like. You are attracting the things that are meant for you. It'll come to your sphere. You attract it and it'll be there. It'll make up your reality. And when things aren't meant for you, when they don't vibrate at the same frequency as you, they will naturally repel away. You won't attract those things. And so it's very important to think positive thoughts. I'm not saying like just think positive thoughts. You need to cultivate a more positive mindset, because then the things around you, law of vibration, the things around you that are vibrating a positive frequency will naturally attract to you, and the things of a lower frequency will start to repel away. The negativity will repel away because you're vibing high. You're attracting high things. And it's the same with negativity. If you're vibrating at a low frequency on the scale of consciousness, I'll pull it up real quick for you guys to see. If you're vibrating low on the scale of consciousness, living the survival paradigm, you will start to attract more negativity to you. And like attracts like, you're going to attract more like negative things to you into your reality. And you are essentially going to repel the positivity around you because you don't have any positive energy to attract more positivity into your life. So you can see yourself as a magnet. And what drives this magnet is your thoughts. That's the power of thoughts. So be mindful of the thoughts that you're thinking. And there's even thoughts going in under your subconscious mind. So think positive thoughts, more positivity come to you. Think negative thoughts, more negativity will come to you. It's your job to think more positive thoughts, take out that negativity out of your container so more positivity can come in, and you will be a strong fucking attractive magnet where things will just come to you that's meant for you, and it's just beautiful. Let's see. And so at the end of the day, it's your beliefs create your reality. So be mindful of what you believe in. If you are applying the law of attraction into your life, some powerful things to help you work with the law of attraction. And this is how to essentially change your mindset and get rid of that negativity and put in more positivity, and just this is to accelerate your law of attraction. And that is visualization. Visualization is a very powerful technique for you to work with the law of attraction, for you to start to manifest the things that are meant for you in your life. And with visualization, you might have heard people talk about vision boards and how powerful they are. When you create a vision board, you are essentially setting up a roadmap for how you want your life to be in the future. And when you create this vision board, let's say you put your ideal house out there, you put your ideal lifestyle out there, how you want to live life, you're eating good greens, you're working out, you're meditating. You have this car out there. You have a picture of a family on the vision board because you want to have a nice, healthy family. When you start adding these things to your vision board and you put it in a place to where you can actually constantly look at it every day, you will start to manifest whatever is on your vision board a lot quicker, because you're essentially showing your brain, and your brain is processing these images. It's hard for our brains to essentially tell what's real and what's fake. And so when you start to associate these images with your daily life, it will start to come to fruition within your reality. And the power to accelerate this even more is your feeling behind it. Because if you are looking at all these things, you're having all these thoughts about the images on your vision board, and you're feeling negative about it, what's going to happen? You're going to attract negativity into your life. It might not even come. Those things that you have on your vision board might not come. You can't feel negative. You can't have self-doubt. You can't have negativity. You can't have fear. And when you start looking at your vision board and you think positive thoughts, you actually feeling like you're being there, living that life that you want, and you are feeling good, you're feeling joy, abundant, happy, you're going to start to attract those things into your life, because those things on your vision board are essentially things that are naturally vibrating high on the frequency scale. Those are things that you're aspiring to have, aspiring to be. And to get those that are within your vision board, you have to vibrate at that same frequency. And to raise your vibration is it's how you're feeling. Do things that make you feel good. Think better thoughts. Think good. Feel good. Be good. Raise your vibration, and then your vibration will be on a vibrational match to what you're trying to attract in. And so it makes vision boarding essentially a lot easier. You'll start to see everything come to fruition within your life. We're going to talk about another way, affirmations. And I think affirmations is another stellar way for you to essentially attract a positive reality around you, and trick your mind too. So with affirmations, it's like constantly saying stuff like, I am worthy, I am healthy, I am love. You can even go deeper and make it a little bit more like in depth, detailed. That's the word I'm looking for. You can make it more detailed, be a little bit more specific. But when you have these phrases and you keep repeating them to yourself, you're essentially working like nature arbors vacuum. You are taking out those negative thoughts and replacing it with more positive thoughts into your container. You are rewriting the program that you have. Like, let's say you have a lot of like self-doubt about yourself on love. If you keep saying, I am worthy of love, 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 your brain's going to start to take in that information. And you're going to slowly start to believe that, yes, I am worthy of love. You took out that negativity and you're adding more positivity into your life. So I think it's very powerful. It's kind of like that old adage, fake it till you make it. You gotta just put it out there. Even if you don't essentially have it in that current moment, you got to put it out there, and eventually your brain will start to affirm those thoughts. It's like your reticular activating system. When you get it to fire off, your brain will start to look for everything in its power to affirm your thoughts, to affirm your beliefs. And so affirmations is very powerful. If you guys want, I can make some affirmations for you guys. Just let me know in the comment section below. Or I encourage you to make your own affirmations and tailor it to your own lifestyle, because it's very, very powerful. And the last one that we're going to cover is gratitude. It's important to be grateful and just practice gratitude in your life. You're essentially practicing appreciation. And when you're practicing gratitude and appreciation, these naturally vibrate at a higher frequency. You're starting to shift your mindset into a feel-good state, because gratitude and appreciation vibrate very positively out there. And when you start to practice this, you are practicing and raising your vibration, thus giving you the power to attract things that are like you. You are essentially practicing high vibes. And you're being grateful for what you have in your life around you. And when you're grateful for what you have in life around you, this opens you up to having even more things that could possibly be better for what's going on in your life. And I will share a story about that in just a bit. You'll see how all these laws and these subsets essentially work together. Real quick, I'm going to talk about a little sponsorship. Yes, guys, we are sponsored, and the sponsor is you. Appreciate y'all. So over here we have Ko-fi. I have a Ko-fi set up. It's essentially like Patreon, but it's the way I'm taking out this business, this venture. And so essentially with Ko-fi, you have the chance to support me in my work. I do all this work by myself. I make this podcast by myself. I make the blog post by myself. I get this information by myself. All this is me. And what I do is I go to a coffee shop, I get a hot chai, and I write away. I absolutely love it. So if you want to buy me a chai, you can go over here and buy me a chai. It would really help me out. If you want to support and be a member within the Ko-fi, my entire brand, because I'm not just a podcaster, a spiritual life coach. I also stream. So if you want to stream, play some games with me, you can be a part of the community there too. And I also make music. If you guys want to help support my music, help me grow my brand as a musician, go check out my Ko-fi and become a member. I only have one tier right now. It's $3, and you get access to my Discord, my private exclusive Discord. And it's just the entirety of my brand. You will get updates on when I make new videos, new podcasts, make new songs, when I'm going stream. You essentially just get access to me and my whole entire community, my personal brand. So if you're looking to support me, go check that out. I really do appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, time. We're not done yet. This is just a sponsorship. But let's get right back into the law of attraction. So we talked about how visualization, affirmations, and gratitude can help you work with the law of attraction and accelerate your practice. Let's talk about overcoming negative thoughts. Overcoming those negative thoughts of self-doubt, fear, and negativity. So when you are experiencing self-doubt, you are essentially walking around with the belief that you are not good enough at something that's going around with you. And as we talk about these laws, what you think about, what you feel about, your thoughts, all that is a powerful magnet for you to attract the reality to you. And so when you're walking around with those beliefs, either consciously or subconsciously, you're going to start to attract more negativity around you, because those thoughts that you are having about yourself, the self-doubt, you're doubting yourself, you're lowering your vibration, so you're going to attract more things of a lower vibration to you. It's a fucking perpetual cycle that freaking sucks. It's just so negative. And it could be very hard to dig yourself out of those negative thoughts, but essentially nobody else can do it but you. You got to start rewiring your brain, start shifting it, and start feeding yourself more positivity. Use more affirmations, change your beliefs, start writing, practice gratitude, use a vision board. You have to change your thoughts. You have to change your beliefs about yourself. Because when you're operating at that frequency, you're not doing yourself any good. It's easy for your brain to start to reaffirm those beliefs of your self-doubt, being like, oh, nothing works out for me. And then something happens in your life that wasn't necessarily good because you essentially attracted it into your life. And then you're just like, see, there you go. Nothing works out for me. Try changing your thinking for a little bit. I challenge you to do that if you're coming with a lot of self-doubt, and see what happens in your life in like a week or a few. Just mess with the idea. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in the next section of this video. But we're going to move on to fear. An acronym for fear that a lot of people like to use, and I absolutely like it, is false evidence appearing real. So when you're acting in fear, you're essentially giving your power to a situation that's outside of yourself. You're essentially scared. And when you're scared, you're essentially living in the survival paradigm. And when you're living in the survival paradigm, as we talked about it, I'll bring it real quick on the map of consciousness. That's really low on the scale of consciousness. The survival paradigm, you are like, see, fear's right here, and it's vibrating at 100. You are essentially anxious about what's going on. And when you are experiencing fear, since it's low on the vibrational scale of frequency scale, you're going to attract more negativity into your life, more things that are vibrating at a lower vibration. And what I like to use is like scary movies as an example. Some scary movies, especially as a kid, teenager growing up, I was afraid. I was really scared. I avoided scary movies at all costs. I'm better with them now because I know that they're just essentially like movies. I used to edit a lot of videos, so I kind of understand the editing process and the behind the scenes of things. But when you're, let's say you watch a scary movie and there's like ghosts in there, or at least I watch a scary movie and there's ghosts in there. After that movie, I was scared. I was so scared. I would make like a trail of lights to get back into my room or to get to the kitchen of the house because I was essentially scared of what was going on in the dark. My mind started to look for everything in its power to think that there's a ghost there or that something scary is going to grab me in my own house. And that is very bad. It starts to try to like reaffirm those beliefs to make it true, while in actuality, everything in my house was completely fine. My mind was just looking for a way to just say there's a ghost. And then this could be like with camping too. You're outside, you're camping, and if you're not used to camping, you might start to be afraid of what could be out there. Like you might start to think that there's like a bear or some wolves out there while you're sitting all cozy up in your tent and you're hearing like the sounds of the trees whistling and crackling through the night. And you might have heard like, let's just say like a crackling of a stick, and your mind might start to go through everything to to affirm that it's a freaking bear or a wolf outside that wants to kill you. I know, crazy, right? Your mind can go to some crazy places. But in actuality, it was just the bunny that stepped on a stick. Because you can hear a lot of stuff when you're out there in nature and it's like really quiet. But that's the power of our brain. It can go 0 to 100 real quick, and especially with fear, it was just false evidence appearing real in that moment. And so when you start to have a lot of those anxious thoughts, it's not doing you any justice. Your mental bandwidth is being taken over by negative thoughts and thus attracting more negativity to you. I'm not saying that a bear will actually come and maul you, but you might start to act in a way to where more negativity will happen to you. And I'll just let your mind run off with that. And negative thoughts. As we talked about, negative thoughts. If you're just thinking negatively, you will just attract more negativity into your life. It's easy as that. You're a magnet, like attracts like. And so it's very important for us to, once again, catch ourselves thinking negatively. I can't even say that word right now. It's okay. But essentially put more positivity in our lives. And to overcome all this self-doubt, fear, and negativity, you have to, I think, first be aware of it, that you're having these, and then you have the opportunity to start to shift your beliefs. You can use like journaling, meditation, gratitude, affirmations, visualization to help you change your beliefs. But I also think it's very important to just be aware of these laws. Be aware of the power that you have within you. Because now that you're aware of these laws, like attracts like, nature arbors vacuum, the present is perfect, and you know how to work with these laws, you understand these laws, you can start to mess with the idea and essentially create your life, be the author of your life, co-create with the universe. You have more power over what's going on around you when you are aware of these laws. And now, if you were not aware of these laws, like you were prior to watching this video, most likely, it was easier for self-doubt, fear, and negativity to take over because you didn't know how powerful you actually are. You're a powerful motherfucker. Believe it. Believe it, Naruto. Anyways. And now we're going to move over to patience and persistence, because this is going to definitely help you overcome self-doubt, fear, and negativity. When you are working with the law of attraction or just manifestation in general, it's very important to practice and also be persistent with it. Because let's say you do some affirmations like, one day I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. And you just do it one time, one day. It's easy for your mind to discard that, especially if you don't believe in yourself that you are a millionaire. Now, if you do it constantly, if you repeat it every day, you repeat it daily, you're just very persistent with it, consistent. You are giving your brain the opportunity to actually rewire those thoughts that you have in your mind and start to see that you are operating in a millionaire mindset. You will start to attract more millionaire things in your life. Same with meditation. If you just meditate once, you won't really reap the benefits of meditation. You have to do it consistently. You have to be persistent with it. You have to practice it. Because when you start to practice it, you start to understand more, and you start to essentially change those thoughts and observe those thoughts that are not helping you, that are not serving you. And if it was that easy, if meditating and just becoming a millionaire was that easy, we would all be millionaires. We would all be enlightened motherfuckers. It's not easy. You got to practice it. And not a lot of people are willing to put into practice. Not a lot of people are willing to work on themselves and change their beliefs. It's a practice. So I believe it's very important to keep working on it and see where it goes. It's like, I think I've used this example many times. It was just like skating, longboarding. For me, it took me a while to learn some of the tricks, but I kept practicing. I kept being persistent, and I eventually learned how to do it. And you can essentially find this in whatever you do in your life, because chances are you practiced and persisted at something and you became a master at something. That's not to say you can't be a master at becoming a millionaire or having a growth mindset, being a master manifester, master meditator. You can essentially do anything that you put your mind to. Just keep having practice, keep having persistence, be compassionate to yourself. Now I'm going to share some real life stories. It's kind of funny because I actually just talked about it. Like longboarding. For me, I got ran over by my own car back in like 2014 while longboarding. That really hurt. I decided to quit longboarding. I was way too afraid to hop back on a longboard after that. That situation really traumatized me. I didn't even think I was going to longboard at all. Then like around 2019, 2020, around the pandemic time, I saw some people longboard dancing on TikTok. And I decided I wanted to do that. I eventually overcame my fear of longboarding, and I started to learn how to dance on my longboard. I was so inspired and engulfed with these thoughts that like I would imagine myself doing some of the dancing steps. I would imagine myself doing some of the freestyle tricks out there. And I was feeling really good. I was feeling excited. I was pumped. I was longboarding every day. I essentially longboarded every day for a year. And I saw myself grow. I had that practice. I was persistent. And what eventually happened was I manifested a nice longboarding life for me. I met wonderful friends. I saw many things. I've nailed a few sponsorships, Magneto and Land Yachts. And it's all because I saw it before it actually happened. I believed in myself. I had positive thoughts around it. I attracted these things into my sphere, which I think it's absolutely amazing. I started to take out the fear that I had, the negative thoughts I had around longboarding, and I started replacing it with better ones, especially as time went on. Because as time went on, I started to see how good I was getting at longboarding. And I was like, you know what? I am good. I am worthy of this. I can do this. My mindset started to shift. And here's another manifestation story that I had. This was when I was 16 years old. I finally got my driver's license, and I was ready to get a car. I wanted to get a car. It would help me get from place to place, get to school and stuff. And I was looking all over the internet for a car that can get me going. I eventually stumbled across a 2008 Toyota Corolla, and I was so ecstatic. I was like day in day out dreaming about getting a car. I was thinking about me driving this car, me living life with this car, how much this was going to change my life. I was so happy, so positive. I started to attract all this manifestation energy, started to attract this car into my reality. As soon as we got into the dealership, the dealer told us that the car we wouldn't be able to get warranty on the car because it already had over 100,000 miles on it. A 2008 car in 2012, or essentially like 2011, had over 100,000 miles on it, so we wouldn't get warranty on it. And the dealer essentially, like, I feel like just like finessed my dad into getting a brand new 2012 Toyota Corolla. And it eventually just came. They were just like, all right, we're going to pull it out. They pulled it out and they came out with a brand new 2012 Toyota Corolla. I think this is a testament to show how even the universe can bring something that's even better into your life. Because I was going to be happy with just having a 2008 used Toyota Corolla. But the universe decided to give me something better. A brand new 2012 Toyota Corolla. And the crazy part is I still drive that today. It's my daily driver. I absolutely love it. Shout out to Kirby out there. And this was just all from just having that visualization about me driving the car. It's just a manifestation. I wasn't aware of these at the time. But now looking back in life, I think it's freaking phenomenal. And like, you can probably start to think about the times you've manifested something in your life, because chances are you manifested like everything that's around you right now. Like, I recently manifested this MIDI keyboard, as I don't know, some of you guys might see it on the video podcast. I manifested this MIDI keyboard. I was thinking, man, I really want to learn how to make some beats, learn a little bit more music to help with my music career. I thought about it for a while. I was so ecstatic about it, and then I let it go. I let go of the thought. And eventually one day I got enough money, and I was like, all right, I think this is time for me to get the MIDI keyboard. And then now it's here in my life. Came to fruition. Manifestation is beautiful. It's also simple, especially when you are aware and you know how to work with these laws. Practice on raising your vibration. I really encourage you to check out the video, The Law of Vibration, and essentially The Law of Correspondence. I feel like those two videos will help you also understand the Law of Attraction a lot, or podcast episodes if you guys are listening to this on the podcast. But I highly encourage you guys to check those out. It'll help you understand the Law of Attraction. They all work seamlessly together. I really hoped that this really helped you understand the law. If not, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will do a better job. At the same time, I would highly encourage you to share your thoughts on manifestation, the law of attraction. I want you to share your stories, your feedback in the comment section below, if you feel called to. Because your story, your information can help impact another individual out there. It can help inspire another individual out there. Your voice matters. You're beautiful the way you are. So if you feel called to sharing that, please definitely share. Thank you for listening. Thank you for enjoying. If you guys would like any coaching sessions with me, I just started to open up my coaching, one-on-one coaching. Go check out the website, simplyhealing.com. I'll be grateful to work with you. But besides that, you guys have a wonderful day. Keep those vibes high. Raise those vibes. Attract what's meant for you. And take care. Hasta la pasta.